Hello and a very warm welcome to the Dugout, and it's been 2 days since that epic test match got over. What do you think? You're still feeling the after effects of that match, still having withdrawal symptoms that only if it had gone for one more week, one more match, one more venue. So you're building up to India.
Firstly,
England.
welcome back to you. You enjoyed your 2 days off. Clearly, you've come back rejuvenated, revived.
Yeah.
We exchanged thoughts yesterday, and we missed you here. The floor is yours. Since you started on that note, we know we've been able to exchange thoughts on the day of the match and otherwise as well. But since you weren't around, we want you to tell us how is it that you feel at the moment, and then we can move forward.
And
talk
also,
about
lots of people were asking about the bed
I
that you
also
put.
got messages, Siddharth, yesterday on my DMs. Where
the
is
bed your
Siddharth
house.
Vishwanathan? Where is Siddharth Vishwanathan, and why is he not there on a day when India have won?
Well, that's
First answer that. I can't take names, but some of them did reach out to me and wanted to know.
I can take names.
Why is it that Siddharth was missing on a day when India scripted such a beautiful win?
Well, that is because for two reasons. There is something else going on in Chennai, and I was busy preparing for that.
What's happening?
The Chennai Grandmasters. I had 4 interviews lined up, which I had to do, and
So were you watching the match or were you lining up the interviews?
The match was just 56 minutes.
Yeah.
And after that, I lined up the interviews.
So didn't you go into an emotional overdrive after the match got over, or you picked up the phone and you were making calls after that?
It was an up and down ride. I mean, this test match, let me tell you, the Oval test match has been a nightmare for all fans and analysts. I'll tell you why. Okay. You remember, on 1 or 2 days, Nikhil got a message that, fans are saying, we are doomed, we are losing this, we are doing that, we deserve to lose and all that, because they were so scarred by baseball. But then in the end, what did we just see? We won by the barest of margins of 6 runs. Even we also did not know at 335 for 6, 339 for 6 rather.
But should I might, also, I should also take the opportunity to say something which was pointed out in yesterday's comments, which is that of all of you analysts, there was only one person who had given India an excess of 50% chance, and that's Siddharth Vishwanathan.
Yes, because I believed that the momentum had swung decisively in India's favour. And somewhere down the line, when you play test match cricket in the proper way, you deserve to win. England didn't play test match cricket the proper way. Harry Brooks shot. It reeked of, when you looked at it, overconfidence. Blaze of glory. And that's why I felt how great and fitting it would be if England would lose the match. And boy, oh boy, did England lose it. And basically...
Why don't you also remind everyone, because all of these guys were picking on you, that India won, Siddharth's not there. Why don't you remind everyone...
Siraj has won it.
Why don't you remind everyone that you got your prediction right as well?
Of course, I got my prediction right. But then see, the series result, when I look at it, 2-2 is an apt result. Neither team deserved to lose, neither team deserved to win, because both teams had glaring weaknesses. Now, there is a certain bit that, Gambhir has ensured that his tenure will last longer now. Gill's captaincy is a success. Everything is a success. But let's not lose the fact, the broader picture, that you still didn't win the series. You came here as the team to beat with an England side that was the weakest over a decade.
Team to beat.
No, India, I mean, see, if you look at all the stacks, you look at the batting and the bowling, India were far better.
No, but they aren't in today's
India
day
won
and age.
10 sessions more than England.
And
Sure.
But they aren't the team to beat right now.
Because see, with IPL experience, with all our players, you are now equivalent to international experience also. That's what is the saying. So, that is why India lost the unlosable test in Leeds. Your top order failed you at Lords. And in between, you had dazzling win in Edgbaston. And then you had the narrowest of narrow margin of wins in Oval. How do you sum up the series? For me, if I was there, I would have said, it's a relief you didn't lose 3-1. Otherwise, the butcher knives were out. For everybody.
I have been, what I've been doing in your absence over the last 2 days, I've been sharpening my knife as well. And I have this question for you, which is the knife that I'm going to throw at you now.
Okay.
How was it that after what we saw, 57 minutes of pure gold 24 karat test cricket that we saw, how do you still call this series out? Or should I say, would you still label the series drab?
Yes.
Because that's what you did on the eve of the final day.
Yes, because
Why?
I'll tell you why. What is...
This is going to be a whole dugout now.
Yeah, but before we get
It'll just be a short
we're also
answer.
You've
getting-
already changed the topic.
No, we'll circle
We will
back.
tell-
We'll go back to the topic that
Yeah.
we are here for.
Because look at it.
Yeah, please.
6,000...
2 minutes, like on a TV screen, you have a 2-minute time.
I will have my replies for it as well.
2-minute spokespersons get now. You have 2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay. So I called it drab for a reason. 6,736 runs in the whole series, okay? 1,000 runs in just one particular match. 835 runs in one particular game. What is my definition of a very good series is an equal contest between bat and ball in majority of the tests. So for me, what is the greatest series definition? India versus Australia 2001 BGT. Equal contest
Sure.
between bat and ball? Yes. Okay. 2014 England versus Sri Lanka. That was an equal contest. Every test there went into the last over. Okay. So the batters could score runs, bowlers could get wickets.
So why don't you call it an unequal series or not the most balanced series?
No,
maybe?
in that sense, it was balanced across 5 test matches, right? There were some days where batting conditions were really good, and there were some test matches where conditions were really suitable for the bowlers.
Not really. See,
Why?
the bowling conditions.
Manchester, Oval.
No, Manchester was never in session of the bowlers.
To begin with, when it was overcast, Oval was good for bowlers. Lords had help for had help for bowlers. In the beginning, we saw Leeds and where was the second one?
Not even Leeds.
Edgbaston. They were those were good batting wickets.
No. Good batting wickets.
Yeah.
Where was an equal contest?
I'm saying there was equal. It wasn't equal in one game in particular.
For
but
3 out of the 5 games.
3 out of the 5 games, there were good batting wickets and 2 were good bowling wickets.
So 3, that's
They
where
weren't
it isn't.
outright good for bowling.
See,
It was
387,
outright good.
387.
This Leeds Oval wicket was outright good for bowling.
Oval was good. I would
Oval
say.
was a perfect, evenly poised game.
But again, see, Oval, it's not like
Sir,
the
it cannot
old
be a
Oval.
drab series.
It was a drab series
You
for
have
me.
seen
because
2 players come out and
3
play.
players. 3 tests out of 5. 3 tests out of 5.
So, no, I don't think that's something that...
I am looking at the whole series.
No, but
na.
because there are good batting conditions, I don't think it can be called a drab test contest in that sense.
See,
in T20 we do the exact opposite.
Arre, but T20, that's the nature of the beast. In tests, that is not the thing. See, why do I not count the BGT of 2014 as a very good series?
You saw a full packed Oval.
Sure.
But despite knowing that it's going to be a 1 hour game at max on a Monday morning, I cannot buy this that it was a drab
I
series.
can understand.
In any
where-
reason.
I agree with Sasha. I think the word drab should be replaced by unequal maybe or
No,
unbalanced.
I mean, see, if this had happened with any other
if
test
that is the
team,
point you have in mind.
see, if there is any other test team instead of India that were there,
No, English fans were there at Oval.
look, I have to take the English fans and English analysts with a pinch of salt here, because they were the ones who are waxing lyrical that Virat Kohli is a champion in Test cricket as far as chases were concerned.
We said that,
Okay.
this is a different topic altogether.
So-
I am saying you cannot say that the stadium was full because of Indians over there.
Of course.
They were English fans, equal number.
See,
It was evenly distributed.
English fans love their Test cricket. That is the bit. Okay.
So
They
on a
love their
Monday
Test
morning,
cricket.
when you know that just at max you can have just an hour's play at max on a Monday morning, and the ground was full. How can that series?
See-
2 players, Sidvi sir, in this series, one with a broken foot, one with a dislocated shoulder, came and batted for their team, putting everything on the line.
Sure, but then that doesn't take away that the quality of Test cricket that was there in this entire series. I've seen plenty of series in England.
Okay, so you're saying this is not the best series for you.
No, it is a.
2005 was better.
But it cannot
It was
be
great.
drab
I'll tell you why.
17-18 Ashes, you would say it was
No,
better?
no.
Not better than this?
No. Absolutely not.
18,
19 was
18,
good.
19 BGT?
No. See, there you had one-sided victories.
Gulati sir at least 4 times on the final day was remembered you.
So I'll tell
Saying
you.
that if Sidvi is watching, let me tell you, drab, he said that this is a drab
Sure,
series.
but-
This is his answer.
So
4 times he remembered you that.
So I will also tell him 4 times if he was there at that time. I would have said that, see, it doesn't change the fact that there were so many runs scored. Why I don't remember the 2014-15 BGT so fondly in Australia. There was an Adelaide thriller, but you had 5,800 runs.
But otherwise,
We said
one-sided contest you saw, na? Here, that wasn't.
No,
there is
Adelaide was a
nothing
thriller.
And also,
I'm saying besides that.
Brisbane was.
None of them were as close as contests.
And also
we
there
saw
is
in
nothing.
this
There is
series.
nothing to prove that if there are good batting conditions, it's not a good test match.
See, you had two batters, you had two teams that really were trying to cover up their weaknesses in a big way. Okay.
That's fine. No, what's wrong
So-
with that? They aren't, fully polished teams yet. as
Sidvi
we
sir,
know.
If Manchester.
all 25 days of pure classic test cricket.
No. There have been greater classic matches, greater classic series, but going into the cheerleading mode that India is currently obsessed with. And I remember, I know all the analysts, Sunil Gavaskar, Cheteshwar Pujara, respect to them.
There are a lot of things Sidvi said that the Indian team did wrong, and we will be talking about that today, tomorrow,
Sure.
in the coming
No,
days.
not today.
Not
Not
today,
today, not
but
today,
we will
tomorrow.
be talking about stuff that India did wrong.
Because-
I'm completely agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that this series was drab.
It was. I'll tell you, for four reasons. Now, four reasons when we get to the topic, okay?
Go one by one and let me answer one by one also.
Then we won't get to the topic.
Yeah,
Arun.
then
One by one.
We will.
I
not get
told
to-
you that you are asking the wrong question.
No, so
at
you
the
hold your
beginning.
thoughts today.
This debate will never
But
happen.
we have ample time.
People will be
man.
very angry. That
So let
he's
them be
calling the series
angry.
drab again.
Let them
No,
be
see,
angry.
people are anyway
should
angry. We've
stick
changed
to
the
this.
dugout topic.
Yeah.
We want to talk about Gautam Gambhir today, his tactics, his way of managing the
See,
team.
that we will do
People are
tomorrow.
anyways sending messages and commenting.
That we will do
And he
tomorrow.
told you
Apologies.
Why you asked.
And apologies to all of you. But see, we've got lots of time as well.
Yeah.
It's not like we've got any cricket happening over the course of the next couple of
See,
weeks anyway.
I have
So
seen-
plenty of time to go layer by layer.
I have seen far too many test series in my entire life, and many people are saying like, okay, how does that qualify you to be commenting on this particular thing? I've also had messages, don't worry. I would like to tell all fans, like, see, I am in this position right now, speaking to you guys, because I'm qualified to do that. You are behind, so you have no right to comment on what I am speaking at this point. I'll tell you, okay? I have seen I have seen every England series from 1990
this is
onwards.
a very
you're,
wrong
you're,
thing.
you're
No,
very you're very welcoming that way. You're very warm towards criticism. You're
Yeah.
accepting of. So yeah, why?
But
why
crossing
move
the
away from
line
that?
as far as personal
No,
attacks
yeah,
is concerned,
I
that
hope
is the
none
way,
of them
okay?
are sending
Yeah.
you obscene messages or
Nothing
whatever.
of that
You know,
kind.
they're
But then
not
see,
hurling abuses at you.
For me,
Profane messages.
for me, going back to 1990 onwards until now, which is 35 years of cricket, whichever I've seen in England, any other time that I've seen cricket in England, okay, this cannot rank right up there as one of the best series.
Okay, that's your belief.
Okay, number one.
we heard from-
Number
okay.
two, there have been equal contests between bat and ball in a 5-test series, in a 3-test series, in a 2-test series. Okay. And I've given you examples of all of them. Equal contest between bat and ball.
But how is a test match made interesting? By equal contest between bat and
Which
ball?
we didn't
or
see
by
in this.
equal contest between the two teams? Will you be okay if there is equal contest between bat and ball, but the game is ending in 3 days with a one-sided contest? That's not going to be a good series.
No, it is a good
No,
series.
teams should be equally matched.
No,
And
that
that
is-
is what
see.
we saw over here.
See, it was.
I'm saying, you tell me if this would have been a series equally contested between bat and ball, but one team dominating all throughout 5 test matches, what would have been the review of the series? Nothing. Nobody would have watched it.
I pointed out certain series, right? India versus Australia 2001. You had good test cricket throughout.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
2005 Ashes.
Yes.
All the tests, barring Lords, all the tests were hyper exciting. Look at 2014 England Sri Lanka. Look at 2019 South Africa Sri Lanka. Kusal Pereira's magic. Both tests were very, very thrilling in that sense. And it was not as if only the batters from both teams had a good thing. Even the bowlers were in the game. What I am saying is the conditions that are there in England at this point in time, okay, they are not, I mean, I have seen the likes of others weave magic with the ball in England, okay. This series, barring 2 venues, had nothing. Had absolutely, Leeds had nothing. Lords only towards the fag end had something. Oval at least had something. The last true sporting equal contest. Why did we all comment that day? Oh, finally it came only at the Oval. But that's because we saw the contest of the 4 tests. Manchester was the dullest test match that you could get.
No, Siddharth.
No, come on, because
Yeah,
we
if
didn't
it
have
wasn't for that 100 by Shubman Gill, you needed a proper fight back, Siddharth, on the last
You
day.
needed a
You
fight.
would have lost
gave
that
it.
game.
You had
See again.
You saved that.
you
test
had
match.
yes from
600
staring. You
and-
were once at that in that test match. There was this time you were looking at an innings defeat as
8
well.
for 2, you were 8 for 2.
0 for 2 you were. 0 for 2. I remember
0
that.
for 2.
But
And you saved that test match.
Sure, but
and
then
people compare that to the Dravid Lakshman.
that is where they are wrong.
Sidvi sir, Ravi Chandran Ashwin has said that this was a better test series than 2005 Ashes.
Ashwin and Gambhir are advocating for something as foolish as a external substitute for an injury.
Does not make any.
No, come on.
So that's a different debate.
Yeah, that's a different debate. You're
debate.
changing the
They have
goalpost.
they have a
to
different
change the
opinion for that.
goalpost for
No,
simple
I
reason.
also don't agree with that opinion.
I mean,
but if
Dravid and Lakshman, that changed the entire course of the match. This didn't change the entire course of the
you
match.
saved the test match because of that partnership, otherwise you would have lost
See,
and the series would have ended then and there.
The apt argument, that is where I wish these analysts and these fans stop hero worshipping and cheerleading. If they watch cricket in a very, if you say, what is that term? That you are not so humane about it. The right argument for saving that test match, the argument would have been Port Elizabeth 2001, not Dravid Lakshman of Kolkata. Because there in 2001, what happened was India were bombarded with ball tampering and cheating allegations in Port Elizabeth. What did Dravid and Deep Das Gupta do? Which is why this clickbait keyboard generation of cheerleading analysts and all have forgotten the basic essence of what they want to do. They are becoming troll channels. They are becoming cheerleading channels. And that is where
You're saying Ravi Chandran Ashwin is a troll and cheerleading channel.
he's a cheerleading channel, I would like to say.
Sidvi
I will
sir,
say
yes.
one thing in that sense because
Sidvi
see,
sir, now this
he
is-
made
No, just
some.
to prove your point, you're
No, I'm not
going on
proving my
and-
point.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
proving
that's
my
what
point.
you're
See,
doing now.
the problem is that as an analyst or as a thing, you have to look at the broader picture. I'm sorry, most of them don't look at it in a broader picture.
I am looking at it as a broader picture. For Test cricket,
How?
this was a very good series. I'm totally agreeing that these conditions weren't the kind of conditions that we were expecting in England, and it wasn't a fair contest between bat and ball on many occasions. At times there was too much help for batters, on times there was too much help for bowlers. But the way the two teams put everything on line and the way they came out against each other ended up the series getting drawn. I think that was the perfect result.
That was my only premise. Since there is, despite team's performance, fine, that's okay. The basic premise of being no equal contest between bat and ball makes the series a very drab series for me.
Okay, so unequal. That's what I understand.
See,
with that. I think you just
BGT 24-25.
I get your point. I get your point, but I think you're just using the wrong adjective over here.
See, BGT 24-25 was superb because it had equal thing for bat and ball. A Bumrah could do it even on day 4, a Siraj could do it on day 4 and day 5. Same in Sydney, same in Melbourne, same in Adelaide, same in Perth.
So basically, I just for more clarity, I checked the word meaning of drab exact in words. Just not interesting or attractive. This series wasn't interesting nor attractive. I cannot buy that.
It was
I just checked
compared
it
to
for
past,
more clarity, even more clarity.
compared
Just
to
break it
past
down even
England-India
simpler.
series in England.
Which series India England has been better than this?
21 pre-baseball 21 wasn't that
It
far
wasn't.
more.
India was dominated in that.
No, 2-2.
21 you're saying when
21?
India
But
India
what
won
happened
that,
in
yeah.
Ahmedabad in that series?
Arre,
No, he's talking about
21 here in England.
When India
In
lost
England,
that.
you're saying. Okay, so
I'm not basing
best
it on
to one.
India-England contest in India. I'm sorry. That 21 series should be whitewashed. It
But
was
that
played in
series
such...
was better than this.
Yeah.
No, Sidney,
17-18 was also good because there were thrillers. On most of the grounds, there were
Siddharth,
thrillers
there
and
were
good
big margins
performances.
as well. You saw in
Yeah.
the 21 series. As
21 series, see, again, it was extreme. You almost won in
Yeah.
Trent Bridge. Okay, but you had Lords.
well. You had Lords Oval.
You had Oval. So, you had a
Oval was a
Leeds.
convincing win.
Leeds was also a convincing win. And that's but then there was a contest between bat and ball. Now you had KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma score hundreds. You had a Siraj, Bumrah, Thakur do well. So that is why it is going to be very, very interesting at this point in time.
So we're
So
getting Siddharth's getting a lot of love right now.
anyway, see what
please
can
be
I do
kind,
about
yaar,
it? Nahi,
please.
nahi. I know this was everybody just wants to prove a point.
No, it's
I'm not
okay.
saying I'll again use Richie Beno's words at this point in time. I don't expect everybody to be right. I don't expect total support. But I also don't expect total criticism. I mean, for example, when you look at it, Chili Paneer and all these other trolls they are only showing what they want to.
You should not get personal. That is wrong.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's
Personal is
Now
very
I
wrong.
think at this point, and we'll take all your comments.
I told you, Ashit,
We embrace your
Yeah.
brickbats just
See,
as much as
if
we take your.
the choice
compliments
is
as well.
yours, my friend. The choice is yours. And when you look at it, that's how cricket is done. I don't follow a sheep herd mentality like what everybody does here.
No.
So that is why, see, the basic point is no one is doubting that the series ended 2-2. You don't win a series 2-2, you draw a series 2-2. Okay, that's fine. But for me, I have seen far greater series than this. I have seen far greater contests with bat and ball. And I'm not only concerned to the fact, why did this debate come about? For the health of Test cricket. WTC, you concentrated on the big three. You concentrated on Australia, England, and India. Test cricket will not thrive.
No, Sidvi sir,
That's
I'm
the
not
basic
going
debate.
into so much nitty-gritties
So-
because that's not a topic. My only point is you are saying this series is not interesting
Acha,
nor attractive.
I think because
That
this
I
is-
don't believe.
This is not what we're here for. And Siddharth, you had 2 minutes. Like
He
all
extended to 20
spokesperson
minutes,
get
yeah.
2 minutes. You've got 20 now.
I got 20 minutes. Yeah, what to do?
Shivam also says he got 20 minutes, and now Shivam saying he'll end the stream if we don't get to the topic that we're here to discuss.
Yeah.
And many of you pointing that out as well in the comment section. So what is this all about? Let's try and get to the bottom. We'll first lay down the foundation for you before we make our arguments about what is it that we see over here. Shashwat, if you could bring us up to speed with why exactly is it that we have this topic today? I believe you're the one who decided it.
Not exactly, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't mind.
But
the
you know,
topic either.
please educate us all.
I think there's been a lot of debate now. See, we've seen this with Indian cricket quite often over the years now that the memory of the people and the fans is really short. There's always somewhere or the other, not just fans, even we who watch the game for a living more almost every day. We also, there always is a recency bias. I remember a very small example is that lots of people, even our panel was, divided when it came to getting Sai Sudarshan to the test team. That was purely because of recency bias. And now the latest person who's trending because of that, this recency bias is Shubman Gill because of the result that we saw in the series. Now there is a debate on quite a lot of places now, and that is that should Shubman Gill now, is he ready?
Are there debates or are there reports?
There are reports.
And debates.
And debates.
And
Okay.
Because
Debates
former India
on
captain,
the basis of reports.
because former India captain Mohammad Kaif has said that. If you look at former India player, he said he's Shubman Gill following the success of the test matches. He's ready for ODI captaincy.
But if I'm not wrong, memory serves me right, even Mohammad Kaif said that India won the World Cup on paper.
He said it.
Even the paper World Cup.
So I'm just
indeed.
telling you.
Yeah, but then see,
Reminding everybody.
That is the problem. I mean,
So he should not be discussing about what he said.
No. We should know that has led to a lot of
that-
discussion, and because of that, obviously there's a thought, and also I believe lots of people will be in that favor. I'm assuming we also here might be divided on it because there is a recency bias, and that is why we are having this topic.
Well, what's with the reports, Siddharth? Some reports suggesting that perhaps there'll be some sort of communication on the BCCI's part that'll be done with Rohit and Virat.
see, basically now in 3 weeks' time, the Asia Cup squad might be announced. Okay.
But that is 2020.
That's T20 cricket. But then see, now after that, you have 6 ODIs for the remainder of the year. Okay. You have 3 versus Australia. You have 3 versus South Africa.
In Australia.
In Australia and at home as well. Okay. Against South Africa. Now, after February, March, and maybe after June 2026, you're going to go into ODI mode because you may tour England for 3 ODIs. New Zealand also might come home because now you're building up then for the 2027 ODI World Cup. Now, Rohit and Virat have made it clear that they would want to play until the 2027 ODI World Cup. But will Rohit remain the captain? That is the major consensus because we have often seen players playing just one format. Just ask a Shikhar Dhawan, how did his last years go? Basically, out of sight, been out of mind. And that is where I think a call will have to be taken on Rohit Sharma, the captain, ODI captain. Because he was there as the captain who won the Champions Trophy.
But my only thing over here is, do you necessarily have to take that call? Is there any evidence to suggest that India needs that change of leadership?
There is no proof or any need of it because see, under your last white ball campaign, Rohit won. Rohit won the Champions
Previously,
Trophy.
you just lost
He did
one
the
game.
double.
The last multi-nation tournament you played, and it was an ICC tournament, you won that.
He's done the double.
If I'm
He
not wrong,
retired.
Rohit Sharma in ICC
So why is
tournaments
it?
has lost just
I want
2
to-
games till.
I want to
Only
understand
one, if I'm
before
not mistaken.
No,
before
one
we-
semi-final also, na? T20 World Cup. 22.
22, but T20, na?
No, I'm saying ICC,
ICC
events, overall he has
events.
just lost 2 games.
No, but before we get to that, I want to understand where is it that, since Ashwat was saying that people are saying that we must now elevate Shubman Gill, we will, and as Ashwat had said earlier as well, is there only recency bias over here, or there is something more than meets the eye?
See, there is now even an age factor. Let's be very honest about it. There is an age factor that's coming up. Rohit in 2027 will turn 40. Virat would turn 38, if I'm not mistaken, by 2027. Okay. Now the problem is, what do you do? Because you're only going to play one format and the format is spread out. After October and December, you're not playing any ODIs until July. Okay. Gives both of them ample time, but then it also gives them less time to get back into rhythm and into form. Okay. Now they have been rested, well rested. They will be in fresh heading in October. 3 ODIs. I think age factor and when the transition begins in ODIs also, that will be the key. In that, Shubman Gill, is he there in the plans? Because he wasn't there in the Champions Trophy. I think in the Champions Trophy, was he there as part of the
He was the vice captain.
He was the vice
leadership
captain.
core?
He was the vice
Gill.
captain.
Yeah.
Gill was the vice captain.
T20Is?
No, he was not even
No.
in the team.
Okay, so now in the
Traveling reserve he was.
Yeah, he was
see,
traveling. But he was
Asia
sent back.
Cup, we'll get a clear-cut indication, okay, whether the BCCI is thinking about entrusting Shubman Gill with white ball captaincy also, because now your current T20I captain is Surya Kumar Yadav.
But I still don't understand what's the reason for that. Why is it starting? Just the age factor of Rohit Sharma. But I don't. And secondly, again, I feel, why are we clubbing both of them together? If it's about captaincy and giving the captaincy now to Shubman Gill, why does Virat Kohli also come into that picture?
I mean, see, both retired at the same time. When you
And
look
see,
at
again, I personally have started to feel the social media, what's going on over there and whatever is happening. I think now we've reached in such a generation, such day and age, where these things should be taken seriously, because we have seen now whatever reports come, whatever the mood of the nation in that sense is for cricket, that's things
of the nation.
that starts to sort of replicate in the selections also. Like, we have seen that very clearly. I think now this is an open secret now, that whoever is in sight is only making it. Sai Sudarshan made it because of the IPL, and Abhimanyu Easwaran does not make it because of an IPL. So it's very clear that I know that it's not right to question the integrity of the BCCI, but at the end, or the selectors, but I think a lot of role is played by the narrative. What the narrative is at this point of time, and we have seen that now very evidently. Sarfaraz won't be played because the narrative is such. Maybe Abhimanyu Easwaran isn't played because there's a certain narrative. Sai Sudarshan is played because there's a certain narrative. The numbers and what they've done in the past
So you're
isn't
suggesting
really.
that people who are on the outside, who are not, let's say, direct stakeholders as well, but faceless people who come up with these narratives and they're somehow then talked about on social media and on other platforms, that is now weighing on the minds of the selectors and the BCCI, that they'll now be taking these steps and all basis what is being spoken on the outside?
No. See, I think there are two things to this. First thing is that who is actually setting the narrative? We know in today's day and age, the PR machinery in that sense is quite a lot. And we've seen all the players now openly saying that I don't have a good PR.
So
that's why I'm not making
just
it.
extending that logic, are you also trying to allude to the fact that now Shubman Gill's PR team or whosoever's over there are now pushing his case so much more that you are now trying to overshadow a Virat Kohli and a Rohit Sharma?
Yeah, this logic of PR team and everything is it's like a smoke screen. We don't know if it exists, whether it is done blatantly, whether it is done behind the scenes. We have not seen it, so I will not comment on the fact that a PR team is at play here.
No,
at this
even I'm
point.
not trying to say that. I'm just saying
The problem
I don't
is-
know what's exactly happening behind the scenes, but I start of do now believe on what the reports are saying or what the narrative
Now-
is. Now I don't know who's setting it, how is it getting set.
But you are believing, as in you are also starting to have a change of heart.
No, not personally, but that can happen is what I'm saying. If you ask my personal opinion,
what does your heart say?
I don't think there is any reason for this debate also. I don't even know why this conversation is even starting to build at this point of time. Maybe because of what Shubman Gill has done, but we need to remember it's just one series and we have seen Shubman Gill lacking on many points. I know yesterday Nikhil sir, when it came to positives, did point out Shubman Gill's captaincy, but personally I wasn't too sure about Shubman Gill's captaincy in this series. On a lot of occasions I did find him a little clueless, and to give him the captaincy and to think about giving him the captaincy in ODIs at this point of time, I think it's very premature. Firstly, your ODI team at this point of time isn't undergoing a transition. Your ODI team as of now is set with Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli being there, so you don't really need that switch in leadership over there. If Rohit Sharma is playing, I think he should be a clear-cut option for captaincy in the World Cup, because see, the only reason why this can happen maybe could be if Rohit Sharma does not make the cut for the World Cup. If the team is already starting to think from that point of view, that is Rohit Sharma fitting in their playing 11, or maybe it's a Yashasvi Jaiswal, maybe you want to fit in a Yashasvi Jaiswal. If that is the thought process, and I think that could be the case, that is the only reason why you could give the captaincy to Shubman Gill. No other reason apart from
What
that.
if Rohit and Virat don't have good form? What do you do then?
But Siddharth, right now this conversation, then see, for whosoever setting it and whatever is being said on social media, at the moment, if you ask me, it sounds baseless.
It's a knee-jerk reaction, whatever it is.
No, I'm saying even had you won this series 3-1, I don't think this conversation really merited so much time per se, or there was really a conversation over here, for the simple reason that you don't fix something that's not broken. You just won, you made it to the final, you had a flawless campaign in 2023, besides that one night where things went downhill for you. You had a very good time at the Champions Trophy as well, where you were playing away from home, you played whatever 6 matches that you had to play, you won those matches and you were crowned champions. You, in ODI cricket, across all 3 teams, if you look like, if there's one team that looks very well balanced, very well settled, and the strongest unit, you've got 3 different teams now, 3 different leaders as well as we speak. In all of that, if you ask me what is India's strongest suit, it has to be the ODI team. You can name the ODI team right now. It is a team that hasn't needed any tinkering for about a couple of years. You've crossed, you'll be touching on the 2-year mark as well since that loss in the World Cup final. But since then, has much changed? Absolutely not. You are very sure, at least I don't get any feeling that I need to doubt the place of a KL Rahul who showed exemplary form in the Champions Trophy, or a Shreyas Iyer who doesn't even make it to the T20I side, neither does he make it to the Test side, but is a very, very good player when it comes to ODI cricket. Then you've got a Jasprit Bumrah, then you've got a Shami as well who's still relevant. There is a Siraj as well. So you've got Kuldeep, will be part of the setup. So many of these players, and I don't understand where is it and who is it that you take out of the system that you need to give this team a makeover of sorts. There isn't a need for me, if you ask.
See, technically there has never been a need for many things in Indian cricket, okay? But now you are at a very crucial juncture when you look at your ODI setup, okay? You are at the halfway point. One cycle of 2023 was done.
Also, just one question for you, and Shashwat, you can also weigh in on this, Siddharth, as you make your point. I was just getting a feeling that you were getting to the age, and since you said earlier as well that he's going to be 40, he's going to be 38, Virat Kohli. Why are we looking at the age if the numbers speak for themselves and the skill set is just as unblemished as you can ask, or they're just skillful batters? They're exactly what you need. Virat Kohli is still hitting the ball as good as anyone in one-day international cricket can hit the ball. Rohit Sharma is setting the template. He's setting the foundation for the Indian team just as much as you would want from any aggressive opener. So why do we even have to look at the age? Why can't we put the blinkers? Why can we look at just the skill and what the players in the players in consideration have to offer, and stop the conversation right there? Why do we have to bring age into it as long as they are giving the desired results.
Sure. I mean, see, this is not a thing that we are advocating, that since they have got the age factor against them, they should be dropped. No. There is just one thinking that is out there, that, oh, they are 38 and 40 heading into 2027. What about the future? What about all these other things? We are just advocating what is out there at this moment, but it is absolutely baseless. Nothing has been concretely given out as such. Okay.
How many ODIs is India playing?
6.
27.
I can only tell you about the next 4 months. They are playing 6 ODIs.
And then in 26.
26 also you're playing about 9 or 12 ODIs.
I think in
About 20 matches, I'm saying before
Yeah,
the ODI.
close to 38.
I'm saying approximately.
less than that, I think.
38?
You are not going to play more than 24, 25 if I just remember reading this somewhere.
See, because after 2026, I think your when is the World Cup that's going to happen in 2027?
South Africa, right?
October, November-ish kind of.
Whatever. Let's just assume.
Until 26 July.
You're not playing more than 30. That is a safe assumption. You're
Yeah.
playing somewhere between, if I understand it right, you're playing about 24 to 30, not more than that.
Somewhere in that
I'll
range.
include the IPL games also. No. I'm saying in the sense how much cricket they have to play. I'm talking about the toll on the body. 15 matches more, 30 this, 60 matches in 2 years. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli don't have the fitness to play 60 matches in 2 years.
Again, it is not about the fitness bit, okay? We are all assuming the fact that they are all operating like a well-oiled machine here, okay? What if in the next 6 ODIs that they play, 3 against South Africa, 3 against
They lose
Australia,
form, you're saying.
they lose form, okay? What is your plan?
You're going to change your captain midway in the cycle.
Again, because you have reached a very crucial juncture. Half of that 4-year cycle is over, okay? By December 2025, half of that cycle is done from 2023. You've got only 2 years to go. Changing anything at this point in time amounts to panic. In my honest book, changing anything amounts to panic. Since you've made a committed plan, okay, to ensure that these two play 2027, you stick with them.
But I have a question. Who's given this commitment? Is it a formal commitment? Is it an official commitment? Where is it?
After all the emotions that happened on November 19th.
No, but that is then down to interpretation.
But again, interpretation, that's how it's going now at this point in time. Social media, peer pressure, BCCI and everything.
I don't think, while I may agree with you, but I don't think there's any formal
No. See,
commitment that, okay, you both are
you
secure.
have to be ruthless. Okay. The Agarkar Gambhir regime has ensured that, okay, if there is a transition that is needed, they will stick by it. And they did it in the test matches.
Yes.
That is why I cannot uncombine Rohit and Virat. Because both announced their T20 retirements at the same time. Both announced their test retirements within the same span.
I think, Siddharth, at the moment though, I don't think the BCCI is also going to be reacting in the manner as they were. They had valid reasons to react the way that they did as far as taking a call on the test cricket is concerned. Nikhil broke that story over here where these conversations were held with Virat, they were held with Rohit as well, and they were told of what their expectation in England is also going to be. That's another matter that both announced their retirement prior, but we know that conversations were held with them in Australia as well, because that is what the situation demanded. Virat had only scored a handful of hundreds, only 2. The third came in Perth, which is after he got there, but otherwise form had eluded him, as we know. Rohit Sharma wasn't able to replicate the form after the 2023 final of the WTC in the subsequent cycle to follow. So there was a need over there, and you had age in mind, and you were looking at the recurring form of dismissals as well in both their cases. But ODI cricket, I don't think there's a speck of evidence at the moment available, and 3 bad ODIs also, I don't think that's enough. I think you are looking at a much longer
You don't
time.
have time essentially. See, because half of 2026 will be consumed by T20s. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you got July to October of
And
2027.
What is there to suggest? I'm just taking your thought forward, or the thought that everyone's talking about now on social media, that while, because it feels that one change has gone our way, or that little transition that we thought would probably go against us, it's gone our way, and we've got a desired sort of a result or something positive to talk about from this tour of England. And then we suddenly, get ourselves into that zone where we feel that, okay, now this has worked out, let's try something else as well. And maybe I don't know if it's coming from there that let's try and get another change in another format also. But the point that I'm trying to get to is that you don't necessarily have to see out the two of them because there isn't any statistical evidence at the moment.
See, at this point in time, the BCCI and many stakeholders will have to decide three things. One, does the ODI team need transition? That they have to figure it out. Second, do you have the adequate players to get into Virat and Rohit's shoes? Number two. Number three, if you lose, if you want to let go of them, is the Indian ODI team ready for that heading into 2027? Because after 2027, it's done.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
These are the three questions upon which they need to ensure that they make that decision.
But why would you want a transition in ODI?
That's what was the first question I said.
Right now you're saying. Yeah.
So that is the first question which I had asked. Are you in need of a transition in ODIs?
That's why I'm saying you don't need that.
So,
The other
if
two
they
questions
feel
are
there
not
is no
needed.
need of a transition.
How about you? Let's get to what we feel before we get into the questions that we have.
For
Do you
me-
feel there is a need for transition?
For me, I have been saying it for the last 1 year. They will play the 2027 ODI World Cup.
Do you want them to play?
Yeah, I mean, see, they won the Champions Trophy quite convincingly.
Yes.
And in 2026, they are not going to feature in any ICC event. Yeah, because the T20 World Cup, they won't
Yes,
feature.
yes.
2027 is the last swan song that you would see of this duo. And Virat has also won the IPL, and that is a big burden off his shoulders as well. So you are going to see him rejuvenated heading into October and December when they play those 6 ODIs that they're going to play. For me, there is no need of a transition in ODIs. Second, Virat and Rohit are doing just fine. So you need not chuck them out before 2027. And third, maybe you have sufficient talent to make it up even in 2027. Your transition might not be delayed in ODIs. And ODIs after 2027 ODI World Cup also, we don't know how the nature will be. Maybe from 2027 to 2031, it may only be World Cup to World Cup. We don't know what will happen. So until then, 2 more years, you are seeing this duo play out. The BCCI have had their transition in tests. That was the main aim. I think the ODIs is not their main aim. They feel that whatever is the status quo at this point in time is fine. Shubman Gill can still wait for ODI captaincy. That might come in 2027 for him because I think he's how much? He's 25 right now currently, right?
Yeah.
So 27, when he turns 27 in 2027, you give him the captaincy then. And that's where, don't worry folks, for 2 more years you will see Rohit and Virat and you will see them come out in Cape Town or in Johannesburg or in Centurion for that 2027 World Cup.
Will they have something in the middle as well to share, to hold together
Yeah.
Their kids, for
Yes,
sure.
their kids.
besides the kids?
The trophy.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, see, what happened on November 19 could have destiny fulfilled in 2027 as well. So
How
that's
about you,
where-
Shashwat?
Why? I don't even know why we are asking this question today. There is no reason for that.
Arre, you only came up with the topic.
No.
You
Again,
told us the whole buzz.
No, but there is nothing to
See.
suggest, nothing to change. It's like a well-oiled machine. You don't need to do anything. You're
Unlike-
absolutely prepared. If it's about fitting in Yashasvi Jaiswal somehow because you feel that he's an X-factor player, then for that to drop somebody like a Rohit Sharma, that really doesn't make any sense at this point of time. Yashasvi Jaiswal, a great player, nothing to take away from him, but he can be that backup opener.
You don't want Abhishek Sharma to be there?
ODI team?
Huh?
No.
Abhi-
He's. I don't know if he'll make it. Poor guy to the T20 team.
We
also.
don't even know what will happen with Sanju Samson. He will end with an average of 56 in ODIs. Imagine.
Right now, though.
But see, even in the T20Is, he was your best batter.
He'll play now Asia Cup.
I don't know whether he'll be your backup opener, backup wicket keeper to whom. I
Who
don't
else
know.
will be there then? Rishabh Pant?
RP17?
No.
No.
We don't know. See, recency bias again.
Also, right now, though, he's injured, na?
Yeah, but then 4-6 weeks, we'll be fine in 4-6 weeks.
He won't play.
So,
Shan Kishan might be your backup wicketkeeper.
Ishan.
Is he fit?
Pranav
Yeah,
Kumar
he's fit.
Pandey Kishan.
He also was injured, na? When the
But
Indian
I've
team
seen
got in
some
touch with
real-
him.
IPK, PK.
So he said, I'm not fit.
I
Players
like
decide
it,
on their own.
That's
they're
the
fit
thing.
or not.
That is the reason
They
why
go
I
to the
feel Ishan
center of
Kishan might not
excellence,
get
na?
a chance. That's what I'm thinking. Because
Gulati sir was that day saying that Bumrah will go to center of excellence now. He's roaming around in
Gulati
London.
says a lot of things
We'll
which
find his Mumbai teammate over there if he does go.
Gulati says a lot of things which are 180 degrees.
They're
Let's make
already
it
missing
under the garb of Totka. Huh? Yeah, there was this continuous running joke going around that Gulati should predict for England, then India will win.
No, that joke was on you.
No, Gulati.
Gulati sir.
Ah.
I've openly predicted that India will win without any Totka and all those kind of things.
Questions.
So that is right. So Danush is saying only 5th tests in England as first 4 tests in Pak and UAE. Why Kane not playing in Zimbabwe test series is away test average high because of Pak, UAE and Zimbabwe. I mean, Kane, I think, he's not a centrally contracted player. That's why he won't play Zimbabwe. But Danush is saying that the first 4 tests seemed as if you're playing in Pak and UAE. It was that flat. Only the 5th test was in England in those kind of situations. That's what he's saying. Okay, Shubham Garg is saying, and I have been watching cricket from 1987. That is what's required to speak on cricket in Sidvi's book. Hope Sidvi starts respecting fans, not disregard. Shubham Garg, I will only regard fans if they don't cross the line in certain bits. Okay. That's what this Indian ethos is like, making me an Indian misanthropist. You know what's a misanthropist?
You'll have to educate me.
Okay, a misanthropist is a guy who absolutely hates the ethos and culture of a community because of the way how they are. Okay. And the Indian fan base, I'm sorry, they have never ever shown themselves in the high spirits. I'm sorry about that. Because they don't know the art of a debate. They don't know the art of looking at the broader picture. They only look at certain instances of a frog in a well kind of a situation. And when I call them out, they start the abuse. They start all these kind of stupid trends that are, boycott, unsubscribe. And why does the boycott culture exist in India? Because
that's bigotry, na?
That is because we are an irrational bunch of people who can't look at the broader scheme of things. That's why I have understood one thing.
Okay, you make a point.
I understood one thing. It's reflected in petty things. Like I remember once there was a super chat. I said that when Pakistan came, it has always not helped us. Over a technicality. I said that, okay, Pakistan came in 2016, the terror attack that happened in Uri, I thought it came in that same year, but then I was quick to point out that, okay, but the World Cup happened now, Uri terror attack happened later. So what? What is the technicality in this? An attack happened, na? You're obsessed with the wrong things, and that is why Shubham Garg, understand the broader picture. I only urge, but I'm trying to sell mirrors to blind people. That is what is happening here.
That reminds me, there was a question for you the other day as well. Since Gulati's book is now out, everyone's asking when is Siddharth's book coming out?
Diwali. Yes, Diwali. That chapter on RCB Stampede was the only thing which was left. So that's why. I was only waiting for the verdict.
So you're waiting for the judicial probe?
Judicial
probe
to
now?
end. No, but it's just a government thing, but it is not official judicial probe hasn't been done yet. So I'm waiting for that. Because I just can't say anything like that, it will be sub judice then. So that's the problem. So AI platform, with most ODIs, hundreds and wins in terms of legacy, POTM in 2 out of 5 games, CT25 and POTT WC23 in form, super fit, is drop/don't play ODI. It's only India's lost. Oof. Too many short forms and all those kind of things.
POTM, I understand.
Player of the match, player of the tournament. Yeah, okay. So in that sense, drop/don't play ODI. It's only that if you drop Rohit and...
Yeah, it's only India's loss. Okay,
Rohit and Virat in that sense. Yeah. Okay.
No, agreed. Very valid point, AI platform.
Yeah.
Pawan Ola says that my father's been watching cricket since 1975. Sidvi, he's qualified enough to share his opinion on cricket. Just checking the criteria in the book also that your book includes.
I mean, if you are a educated fan, then you will get to know that it is not targeted at fans. Okay. It is targeted at behavior. Mentality. The herd mentality that has been, that you have totally... See, the basic crux of my book is, you're talking about 1975, Pawan Holla, my book begins from 1969. 1969, when Australia came to India, the behavior of the fans in Kolkata and the behavior of the fans in Mumbai, because of a wrong decision in Mumbai, they burnt one whole section of the stadium down. And in Kolkata, one of the players, Australian players, there was a wrong information going around that he had served in the war in Vietnam. So they did a gherabandi of the whole hotel. Understood. Kolkata and communists at this point, that point in time, it would have been like that. So in that way, it is there. So my book, Pawan Holla, starts from 1969, not from 75.
Shivam also has a question for us.
I hope the second person that you're saying, because he was my inspiration for the book, Hardik Pandya.
So Shivam asked Siddharth who is it that he'd like to invite for his book launch. He says Hardik Pandya because he's been, that whole episode with the Mumbai Indians
Yes.
and Hardik Pandya was actually the reason why Siddharth wanted to
That was when that ceiling of patience broke, because fans were indulging in something very, very unwarranted. And come on, Hardik Pandya is first an India player. And the kind of behavior you did with him was unforgivable. That is why. That's why it was an inspiration. Of course. You're a Hardik. Yeah, you're a Hardik super fan. I know that. I mean, Shivam is a Hardik Pandya super fan, and why not? He gave you that clutch moment on June 29th, didn't he? That tears spoke of the redemption. Jai Krishna, don't take words from Gavaskar and Shasi. They belong to age where Indians cricket are paid less. At their times, leveling series like a win, and they put this propaganda. Don't fall into it. Yeah, I mean, sure, you drew
Why
this.
is he saying this?
See, you all cheered and celebrated as if you had won the series, in that. But then you drew the series 2-2. But when you look at all facets of batting and bowling, you were far superior to England. You had won many more sessions.
That you did.
And it is a missed opportunity. Like, how on earth could you not win this 4-0? It is a big jibe at the Indian cricket team because you still have the depth. You could have won 4-0 against this England team, which are the weakest at this point in time. So that is why at this point. So we're clarifying what is the minimum education required to read your book. Hopefully you will provide some pre-course of people to read your book. Well, Shubham Garg, maybe if it is more than your educational bit, then they would very well likely
but
read
why?
my book.
Don't you want Shubham Garg to also read your book?
I don't know if he is qualified for it.
That's what he's asking now.
I don't know what
think
is his minimum.
I'll answer that for you. I think you just need
He's,
to
I think, some vice president at Google or something, right? He is.
How would I know?
I don't know. Shubham Garg, I think he's.
I think I'll answer that.
See, it
for
is not
Siddharth.
for management.
It is for
It's
all
for everyone.
It is for all those who love the game of cricket.
Shubham Garg.
That's what Siddharth does.
Yeah.
That's one thing as his colleague I can tell you.
Yeah, Shubham Garg, you are the one who said, like, he will sell it out, he will tear pages of the book and sell it for all those Moomfali and all of that. He'll sell
He'll
it
do
out.
that to your book.
He'll do that to my book.
Arre.
So, Shubham Garg, whatever is the money you get in that, I want 100% stake in it. Whatever money you get out of that. Okay. So, let's take.
Sarat Chandra.
Yeah,
What
Sarat
does he say?
Chandra.
He says that whatever reports that are coming against Roko are baseless and senseless. If you want to remove them, but with chances given and then failing until what?
Then
what
they
was it?
can't be touched.
Then they-
But with chances given and them failing until then, they can't be touched. See,
Okay,
if they
that if you
continue
give
to
them chances and if they
fail.
and if they don't fail.
Yeah, then you can't touch them.
Ah.
So yeah, we are also of the feeling that yes, they will play 2027. That's it, World Cup, and then call it quits after that. Okay, Siddharth is telling me. Okay, Siddharth is telling Siddharth. Okay, Sidvi sir, tests have 5 days, right, and got result 4 times. One was a Herculean effort to save it. You're very well qualified to have opinion. Then Ash, GG are more equal, not cheerleading. See again, there is a difference of perspective. Again, I will say it. They are very well in their right way to say, okay, let us cheer, let us do that, let us do this. It's a great series, it's all that. But then, my definition of a great test series is based on an equal concept of bat and ball. And I didn't see it in the series. 5,700 runs in 4 tests in Australia 2014-15. We called that series not that interesting. And there was a call to change the pitches there also. After that, BGT. 1,000 runs more a decade later. What has changed? I really don't know. I'm again saying it. You remove this prism of Indianness, then you'll know what is it. Because why we are all claiming that, oh, it's a great win. Because India, England, Australia are part of the big 3. And once the big 3 concentrate the power in that, a WTC and test will never revive. It will not be revived.
No, I didn't get that point of yours.
we are only looking at it from the basic point of Indianness. That okay, we got it 2-2, there was a series, we fought and did all these kind of things. But then you squandered a chance to win the series as well.
That's a debate we will be having tomorrow.
Plus the conditions, it wasn't
comes with
alien.
No guarantee, right? See,
The conditions weren't that alien, it was
way,
flat.
You were supposed to win the final of the World Cup as well. You were such a good team. You had won 10 out of 10.
You froze. You froze there. But here, the conditions weren't alien, they were flat. That's what will hurt even more. How could you lose leads?
Yeah, see, part of sport, right? But you have to laud the fact that what this team has done, they were in this room only, let's be honest, there were more people believing it could be 3-1 in favor of England than those who believed that this could be level or this could have been India series. I think India series win only one of us had predicted.
Me.
But otherwise, and you look at the larger sentiment as well. Two big people gone, a new captain in charge, people making their debut, injuries, all of that put together, some things you were taken into account. Injuries is something you never knew would happen. Everything, you'll be satisfied as an Indian fan. And I don't think we're exaggerating this win in any way. I think it deserves this sort of celebration.
I know, because prior to that, you've only had disasters, even with them around. You had a 3-1 BGT loss, you lost 3-0 at home for the first time.
Yeah.
That was your rock bottom. Yeah. You touched the lowest to the low.
I'm saying even if you'd lost 3-1 but had won, let's say 3-0 or 2-1 against New Zealand at home, I hope you're not insinuating that we are rejoicing this much more because we've not had any wins in recent past. I hope you're not saying that.
No. See, this is sweet because you managed to do it with all the factors that were there. No key players, no all this. But you see, that is a very, when you look at it, when you draw a series or all these kind of things away, you are now considered an economic superpower. You are now considered as one of the top dogs in cricket.
And which is why the expectation to win overseas also comes.
That is where. But here, despite being a superpower, you didn't win. And celebrating a draw or celebrating these kind of things is a very defeatist thing that was there in the 90s. And I'm sorry, I have witnessed
This is a thing that we'll be covering tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah. But it's a very defeatist 90s kind of a early 2000s period where we celebrated these things. We are a superpower, yeah. We are a top dog. We have to celebrate wins, series wins. Not anymore. So, in that sense, Arvind Atreyas is saying Iyer is dangerous and Rishabh opposition fears him. Of course they do. What is the future of Test? Syed Nizamuddin is saying, what is the future of Test cricket? Only 3-4 nations playing 2 Test cricket like England, Australia and India and South Africa. Syed Nizamuddin, I'll exclude one name in that, South Africa. Are they going to play a 3 Test or a 4 Test series?
I think that group system is about to come.
But that'll be for the next WTC.
After 27.
Yeah. South Africa and New Zealand, you look at your 2 out of 3 winners, they played the least number of games to make it to the final and win.
And England, who played the most, never made it.
Never made it. And that is why this WTC is flawed. This is the only league in the world where you don't play the equal number of games.
Yeah.
That's the problem at this point in time. So, all right, I guess that is about it at this point in
Arvind has
time.
a question for Shashwat. He is asking, would you have KL Rahul stick at Delhi Capitals or stay at Delhi Capitals or trade him?
Whatever makes him happy. I have no problem having him.
Arvind, what makes you as a fan happy? So reiterate, na?
Yes or no?
Since I'm wearing a DC jersey, I'll go answer it. I am definitely keeping KL Rahul. No doubt about it.
He's answered it.
Keeping.
Chalo.
Chale.
Yep, okay, but then 6,700 by 5 into 1,340 were quite common, I think. But then, those are 4 Test series.
What math are you doing, Siddharth?
That's what Siddharth has pointed out in that sense. So,
Suddenly got confused.
before past decade,
6,000 number.
I mean, decades have changed, Decades have changed, runs have changed, everything has changed. And that is why it needs far more deeper things in that.
Pawan B is wearing the shoes.
Yeah, let's have Pawan over here. We need to bring Pawan in today because you guys would have seen our
no, it's okay.
One of our recent posts as well, which talked about Shashwat finally honoring his bet.
Stand.
And there you go, give him place now.
Yeah, you can sit here, but shoes will only be visible if the slugs are put down for a second. Yeah, then they'll be visible.
Yeah,
they are
properly.
Please, yaar.
So, Shashwat, if to everyone you can be very honest and tell how begrudgingly you had to honor this bet?
No, nothing like that. I was little bit. I needed some help. I needed some time, and I was given that.
You needed what? Time for what?
I was about to say it was financial difficulty, but then I didn't say it. So then I didn't say it.
Did you want to honor the
We've
bet?
come up
I
with a
honored
story
the
that
bet.
we can believe.
No, I honored the bet.
Honored the bet under
There was
lot of
other stuff that was going on.
terms and
suddenly
conditions.
After the. No. Yeah, and just after, as soon
After
as
a lot of cajoling.
No, but what took so much time? I'll just explain properly. As soon as the IPL ended, Mr. Pawan had gone for a vacation leave.
Whatever
So at that
it was,
point,
yaar.
1 month it took, and then I had gone as soon as he had come. So by the time I came back, it was already 1.5 months, and then it took me 10-15 more days to actually order the shoes, and then I eventually did. And the
But
bet
as
was
I'm
honored.
told, you didn't even order it using your own system. You had to be taken someplace else.
Yeah. That is
and all
true.
of those things.
I
And the
was
first
told
time-
there is another way to order.
I was also then told that first time transaction didn't go through.
Because wrong details were given. But yesterday somebody was
You had to
asking that
cajole him a lot to buy the
these
shoes. Yeah.
cheap shoes. Somebody was commenting yesterday.
Cheap shoes?
Please
No.
tell them these are.
It's not cheap shoes, yeah.
No, but don't
It's
name
my
the brand
choice.
though.
No, it's
Yeah.
my choice.
Your choice.
And he has fulfilled his honor his bet.
Yes.
Yeah, so good. I am now waiting for one to honor my bet also.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So they have been ordered.
Please.
Post
Yeah,
has been done.
there's a post that we'd recently put out just a couple of days back. I think we had both of them post over here. Check that post out as well.
I'm now waiting for my bet to come.
Yeah, whatever. Just you can write in to
Yep.
both them on their social media handles. Both very active
Indeed,
over there.
indeed.
My Instagram, you guys know. Your Instagram also you can.
Yep.
Which one? He has two, na?
Who?
Anyway, on that because we'll carry on with our banter here.
Yes.
So thank you as always for
Nice shoes, though.
choosing to spend your evening with us. For those of you who will be watching this video much later, I hope you like this episode of The Dugout, and we will join you from this very place tomorrow, same time, 6:30. And subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't done so already. There's some other videos as well that we've put out, and like, share and subscribe. We share those videos as well with everyone that you think deserves to be on our community.
As of now, just two, na?
Yeah, as of now, there are 4 chess interviews which are
More
up.
chess interviews. Yeah, that Siddharth will talk about.
Yep. Arjun is spoken to Sports Today about the Chennai Grandmasters, and also there is Pranav Venkatesh, the world junior champion, who also spoke with us, and Gukesh is second, who helped him win the world championship in Vincent Kamer. He also spoke. And Anish Giri, boy, you don't want to miss his epic takedown of Magnus Carlsen. The way how he's destroyed his freestyle chess project. You don't want to miss that out on Sports Today.
Coming up very shortly.
It's coming up, yep. So, bye-bye. See you soon. Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Eat your vegetables.
And don't trouble your mother.
Stay safe.